Okay, it's about 3:10, so this has been running for about 5 hours, since 10 in the morning. And we moved the solar hot water system to this spot because we were getting shading right up to that line there, this whole area where it was yesterday in the morning. So this may be the compromise, maybe it should be a little over there, but we actually determined that this footer had shadow from this shed right up until 10 in the morning. So I put the foot right there where the shadow line fell. And so we've gotten about 5 hours. We're going to get some problems from the shade from that tree branch over there. I hope we can get to 5 o'clock because it would be great to be able to have 7 hours of sunlight on this. But it's time to test the hot water and see where we are after 5 hours. So I'm climbing up. Let me climb up here. Give me a second here. And open this up. Okay. And there we go. And we're at an ambient of 84 Fahrenheit, and we drop this in and we see that it climbs to 103. Because I'm hot-blooded, check it and see. I got a fever of 103. So that's at the top, and as I drop it down, well, it does go down to 89, 88, so it's getting close to ambient as it falls down further, and even down to 76 at the thermocline. So where do we have? We are coming into the 90s around where the hot water comes in. So if I reach my hand, oh, that's nice and hot up there. So where the hot water is coming in here, if I put the probe right into there and then look, we see that it is, now that's unusual, 100 only. That's not right. What's going on here? 99. So it must have, something stalled, because usually that's much higher while it's thermosiphoning. Ah, there we go. 111, 110, 105. And then it goes down. Now that's very odd. Like, why is it going down to 93? Now it's going back up, 96, 107, 111, 112. So it seems like this, of course, is not thermosiphoning all that well because it's not rising up continuously in a slope. And that may lead to some stalling. And so we do have to change that, because now you're seeing now it's bouncing around 96, but if I jiggle this cable a bit to try to make sure that there's a constant upslope and get rid of any possible bubbles in there, then we should see, yeah, there. Oh, okay, so I put it down in there. Now I'm getting 140, 139. 137, 147, 151. Wow. In the pipe, we've got 162 Fahrenheit. That's the temperature of the hot water that is coming in from the pipe down there. 162. So the real question is, how long can we get this sunshine so that we can keep 162 Fahrenheit water, 161 Fahrenheit water entering this. And when I take it out of here, you'll see it drops to 120, 125, 119. Then when I'm right outside of it, where it's coming in, it dances around at about 101. And below it, we immediately start dropping down until we get to the really cold levels down there. So the temperature is up in the hundreds up here, so everything from here up is about 100 to 103. That's what we've been able to do in 5 hours. That's so hot you can burn yourself on. So definitely with only one panel, we're not going to get everything out of the system that we want. But after 5 hours, we are at least going to get bath water temperature, as you can see, from this section down to about There we go. Down to about there. So that's where we put the pipe coming in, and then it has to stack. All right. One wonders if we really should come in even a little lower than that in future designs. But we're we're coming in at about halfway up the barrel. So it is this section here that's from 100 to 103, 104 after 5 hours of the single panel. Then we get down in the 90s down here, and then down into the 70s, the cold water being at the bottom. And I can show you too, when I put the probe right on the metal here, then the metal itself is 125 to 127, 128. That's putting it on the metal right there. And we should probably insulate that. And coming out of the actual collector, if I take the probe, set it there, touch it to the copper pipe there, let's see, 113, 116, 101. Yeah, so that's our little experiment for today. We'll come back in 2 hours and see what the difference is from that. Obviously, we're adding a second panel there, but we should also know what the temperature is coming out. And here the temperature is 78 to 80. So down here, that's our cold water temp, 78, as we come out into it. All right? Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for your attention.